Hi everyone, this is Jeanette with Janda Panda Treasures. And today, guess what? I'm not going to be talking about jewelry. I'm going to be talking about a 4.8 earthquake that happened in the tri-state area of the East Coast. It was a 4.8 earthquake. Okay, I grew up in California. I'm very familiar with earthquakes. Earthquakes are no joke. And when it comes to a 4.8 compared to a 5.0, those 0.2 points, whatever you want to talk about, or whatever you want to say about those 0.2 zeros, is the difference between life and death. And we're talking about an area that's not familiar with earthquakes, and that's not their fault. They're not used to earthquakes. I mean, we live through them every day, but you have to think of this as a 4.8 is extremely serious. And you're talking about big cities with skyscrapers and, that's serious. I mean, I didn't live through the 1906 earthquake in San Francisco, which was horrible, but the 1989 earthquake that collapsed bridges and overpasses, that was like a 7.2. It was over 7.0. So you're talking 4.8 to over a 7-point earthquake, or whatever they call them. The folks on the East Coast have reason to be concerned, and I am concerned for them as well. Like I said, the difference between a 4.8 and a 5.0 is lives will be lost, or at the very minimum, serious damage and injury. So the folks that were scared have every reason to be scared. I do not. I mean, that's frightening on its own. But when you're dealing with a place that has like a lot of high rises, the worst thing you can do is go outside, because stuff falls down from way up above. And hey, I heard that a penny thrown from the Empire State Building can kill a person on the ground. So imagine pieces of buildings falling onto the streets. Yeah, no, don't run outside. Think about a sturdy place you can be, just a safe place. But again, earthquakes that happen in those particular areas, Pennsylvania, New Jersey, Long Island, I mean, any place that actually has a huge city base, I mean, that can devastate an entire city. You're talking probably equal to 9/11 in New York. I mean, that was horrible, and it could be an equal devastation. So please, Californians, don't laugh at the East Coasters, because they haven't experienced it a lot. And Californians really haven't experienced the big ones unless you lived through 1906 or you lived through 1989. Those were huge, and we haven't seen a lot of those. Well, the Northridge was a big one too, but 5.0, bad. 4.8, yeah, for Californians, it's no big deal. But you're talking about a very minute, tiny difference between a 4.0 and a 5.0. 4.8 can cause damage, but a 5.0, it's possible someone could die. So please, the research in California is there. It is free. All you have to do is look it up. You can look up ways to survive an earthquake. You can look up the difference between a 4.0 and a 5.0, which is, it's miles difference. It's miles. A 4.0 and a 5.0 are two different disasters. A 5.0 to a 6.0, people can die. A 6.0 to a 7, there's going to be deaths and destruction. And I don't even know, I can't remember in my history what the 1906 earthquake was in San Francisco. But seriously, don't. I really, my heart reaches out to those on the East Coast because this is scary. Do not discount 4.8 earthquake as being something that you can live through, because a 5.0 earthquake is huge. So please, 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 just get some basic information about earthquakes. It's not hard, and just be safe. Do what you need to do. If you have any questions, just go in California earthquakes, and the research is done. It's there. It's for you, and it's free. Please do not take this 4.8 lightly. It's serious. It's very serious, because there's a 4.8 to a 5.0 is a huge difference. So please, from a person in California that has lived through many earthquakes and has fake Gucci watches, I'm here for you, and I care about you, and I don't want anything to happen to you. So I love you all.